Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I am Ron Nicoletti, and I'm joined by the beautiful Jessica, who had a birthday yesterday. She's from the marketing department. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
What about, let's look at those track and weather conditions.
Let's do it.
Track and weather conditions. The main track fast, the turf course firm. The first race, 7.5 furlongs. It's an allowance optional claim of 4-year-olds and upward. Scratch 10, 11, and 12. A couple of jockey changes on its 2. It's Edgar Zayas. On the 3, it's John Velasquez. And on the number 7, it is Paco Lopez.
They're off. Polar Axis sent along to take the early lead. Smoke 'em Kitten on the inside is away well. These two came out the best. And right behind them as they make their way toward that first turn is Street Tail running in third position. And then a break of another 2 to Cliffs of Dover, who's next on the outside, running along in fourth. Down toward the rail, Lasso is fifth early on. Then we come back to Princeps Senatus. Silver Dagger is after that. And then it's Gus Nato and Thinkin' Quality is at the back of the pack as the field makes their way to the backstretch. And up front, we've got a battle going on here as Street Tail takes it to Polar Axis through an opening quarter mile up in 21-4. These two really rolling on the lead, and they've got 7 lengths on the others. Smoke 'em Kitten is in third. And then it's Lasso on the inside. Cliffs of Dover is next. Behind them is Silver Dagger, then Princeps Senatus, and the trailers are Gus Nato and Thinkin' Quality. Moving for the turn, and Street Tail's kicking on now. Street Tail's opened up to lead. Polar Axis has dropped back after that hot early pace. The half is up in 44-3, and here they all come. Street Tail's about to be overtaken. The new leader is Smoke 'em Kitten. After that really hot pace, Smoke 'em Kitten's taking the lead as they come toward the top of the stretch. And Polar Axis is back into second after backing off the pace, saving ground toward the top of the stretch. Princeps Senatus is trying to move up too. And then it's Silver Dagger, Cliffs of Dover. On the far outside, Gus Nato closing up into second, but Smoke 'em Kitten's getting away. Smoke 'em Kitten and John Velasquez just running away under the wire. Gus Nato was second best. Silver Dagger got third, and then came Lasso and Polar Axis.
Number 3, Smoke 'em Kitten comes running late, closes on those fast fractions, and sets a new course record in 1:26.78. Ridden today by John Velasquez, the horse paid $12.60 to win, owned by Ken and Sarah Ramsey and trained by Mike Maker. His second race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. These are maiden filly 3-year-olds. Jockey on the 1 is MC El Jaramillo. On the 3, it's Edgar Zayas. Scratch the 9. The jockey on the 10, Luis Contreras, and scratch number 11.
They're off. Leaving his winning, and Muga Reed had slow starts. A good beginning for Truth. Truth to the front from Corby, and then it's More Than a Legend, and Wind and Waves is going up on the outside. They're being followed by American Cowgirl. Time in Motion takes her spot 6th along the rail, moving for that first turn, and races 5 lengths off the lead. Then a break of another 2 lengths more, back to Gerlin, and then Leaving His Winning, who's down on the inside. Muga Reed is second last, and the trailer is Sistine Sista as the field heads onto the backstretch. Truth in front, prompted by Wind and Waves through a 24 and 2 opening quarter mile. Corby is third and going 3 deep onto the backstretch, just to the outside of the front runners. Then it's American Cowgirl. Time in Motion has saved every inch of ground on that first turn and is now 3 lengths off the lead halfway up the backstretch. And More Than a Legend, Leaving His Winning on the inside of Gerlin. Muga Reed is next, and Sistine Sista is 9 lengths from the front after a half mile in 49 seconds flat. So it is Truth in front. On top, a half a length, moving for the far turn over. Wind and Waves in second, and then it's Corby. And Time in Motion is fourth right now, still on the rail and still about 3 lengths off the lead. Then comes American Cowgirl to the outside. A 3-length gap back to Sistine Sista, who's moving up outside of horses, moving around More Than a Legend as they come toward the top of the stretch. And it is Truth who turns for home, been there all the way. Now John Velasquez swings the big favorite Time in Motion to the outside, and here she comes with a furlong to run. And Time in Motion runs alongside of Truth. Time in Motion has taken the lead and pulls away to win it. Time in Motion comes back with a 2-length victory here over Truth, and then came Corby, and fourth was American Cowgirl.
Number 3, Time and Motion, the big favorite, gives jockey John Velasquez his second win today, owned by Phillips Racing Partnership, trimmed by Jimmy Toner. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, it'll be race number 3. Welcome back for the third race, a 6 furlong allowance optional claimer. Jockey change on the 2. Make the rider Jose Lescano.
They're off. Defer Heaven comes out running. On the outside, Brothers at the Time away in second. Toasting Master is third. Then Sing Another Song and Punt Ruski, and not the best of starts for Hear That Tune, who's left at the back of the field. Up the backstretch, Defer Heaven in the clear here. Defer Heaven and Edgard Zayas a length and a half in front of Brothers at the Time, Punt Ruski, and Toasting Master on the inside. Then it's 2 lengths more to Sing Another Song and Hear That Tune, and they're right together, 6 lengths off of front running Defer Heaven, who completed a quarter in 22 and 2 and has a 2-length lead on the far turn. It is Defer Heaven in front from Brothers of the Time, the stablemate, taking up the chase from second. Punt Ruski is third to the outside by another 4. And then it's Hear That Tune, Toasting Master, and Sing Another Song. Defer Heaven just rolling along up front here through a 45 and 1/2 mile and opening up at the top of the stretch, now to a 4-length lead. Defer Heaven comes by the 8th pole with now 3.5 lengths behind Brothers of the Time in second, and then up into third is Toasting Master. Defer Heaven coming down to the wire, going all the way to victory here over Brothers of the Time, and then it was Toasting Master and Hear That Tune.
Number 3, Defer Heaven wins its 4th consecutive race here and 5th race overall at Gulfstream Park. Never been defeated here. Pays $4. Owned by Monster Racing Stable, trained by George Navarro, and ridden to victory today by Edgard Zayas. 4th race, 1 mile claimer, 4-year-olds and upward, which have never won 3 races or a race in 6 months. The jockey on the 2 is Julian Leparoux.
They're off. It was a good start for Hugo Light, who goes out to lead them early, with Little Distorted also showing speed. Crazy Frank C goes with them from the inside. These 3 out for the front, and Starship Rocky came out running in 4th. At a gap of another 3 lengths more back to Buona Dance, who's 5th as the field races out of the chute. Being followed at the back of the field by General Shama, and far behind is Sarava Star. The first quarter's up in 23 and 3. They're moving up the backstretch. Crazy Frank C, the leader. Little Distorted a length back running in second. Hugo Light is third. After that, it's Starship Rocky on the outside of General Shama, who's down at the rail and 3 lengths off the lead. And right behind General Shama's Buona Dance, it's a big gap of another 7 lengths more back to Sarava Star, who trails the field with a 1/2 mile to go. The 1/47 seconds flat. And Crazy Frank C's lead is a length and a half, with the heavy favorite Little Distorted second with 3 furlongs to go. General Shama's third, 3 lengths off these leaders. And then moving up on the outside is Starship Rocky. Hugo Light is starting to give way, and then comes Buona Dance, and they're coming toward the quarter pole. And now Little Distorted makes a move outside of Crazy Frank C, and the 2 of them will turn for home together. Little Distorted on the outside, Crazy Frank C at the rail. 3/4 in 1:12 and 1, and Little Distorted takes off. Little Distorted has taken the lead and is moving away from Crazy Frank C. General Shama is clearly third, and the others are well behind as Little Distorted pulls away in the end to win by about 5. Crazy Frank C second, and then General Shama and Buona Dance.
The favorite scores Little Distorted. Number 2 pays $2.80, owned by Silverton Hill LLC, trained by Brian Lynch, and ridden today by jockey Julian Leparoux. Fifth race, 1 mile and 1/16. These are claimers, 4-year-olds and upward, and we'll have 7 runners in the field.
They're off. World Changer started well, Better Man, and then to the outside there goes the Sundrop Kid. The Sundrop Kid is going to go up and grab the lead as they race for that turn. And Ravello's Boy now comes on the attack. So these 2 are 1-2. Giant Cat's third toward the inside. Then comes Better Man running along in 4th. Palatine Hill is next. World Changer now taken back second last, just ahead of Raquete, who trails the field in the run to the backstretch. They're in pursuit of Ravello's Boy, who is now in charge here. Ravello's Boy, the leader, with Palatine Hill second on the outside through a quarter in 24 and 1/5 seconds. Just in behind them, Giant Cat sits third up the backstretch, 2.5 lengths from the front as they continue their way halfway up the backstretch. And then it's Better Man. The Sundrop Kid has dropped back to 5th and clear of World Changer and Raquete at the back of the field. Ravello's Boy on top as the field races for the far turn. Palatine Hill is 2 lengths behind, and Giant Cat is 3rd right to the inside of Palatine Hill. After that comes the Sundrop Kid, Better Man to the outside, and then it's World Changer and Raquete. Ravello's Boy rolls along through a 48 flat half mile and has opened up a 3.5 length lead on Giant Cat on the far turn. Palatine Hill's not going on with them. Then the Sundrop Kid on the inside, followed by World Changer, who's going up outside of horses and making a bit of a run, but the top 2 are well clear. Ravello's Boy and Giant Cat will turn for home 1-2, and Ravello's Boy's got a 5-length lead on Giant Cat as they come to the top of the stretch. And then comes the Sundrop Kid and World Changer. It is Ravello's Boy and Orlando Boca Chica into the final 16th in the clear, and Ravello's Boy comes under the line, an easy winner. Giant Cat's going to be 2nd, and then comes World Changer, followed by the Sundrop Kid.
Number 6, Ravello's Boy drops off the claim and wins for trainer George Navarro, his 2nd victory today, owned by Mark Valentine, ridden to victory today by Orlando Boca Chica, and that horse paid $5.40 to win. 6th race, 7.5 furlongs on the turf. Maiden claimers, fillies, 3-year-old, scratch the 5, Echo, and note the jockey on the 9 is Jose Lascano.
They're off. Fast beginning for Lupo's Way, who goes out to lead them early on. Twinkling is away with some speed, too, as the field makes their way for that first turn. And there goes Vow to Romance up between those 2 rivals. And now Vow to Romance will grab the lead into that turn. After that, it's Reimburse, who settles into stride 4th down on the inside. In between horses, Meeting Francis is close up to the pace, too, as they make their way to the back stretch. And then comes Liberty Kitten, Atlantic Sunrise, going up on the far outside. And then it's Beauty and Light, who's in behind horses and losing position. Then comes Sweet Ella, Retail Sales, and a gap of another 4 lengths more back to Amemieux, who's at the back of the field after an opening quarter mile of 24 seconds flat. Up the back stretch, Lupo's Way, back in front. Vow to Romance on the outside, 2nd. Outside of them, Twinkling tracks the leaders in 3rd while going 3 deep up the back stretch. Reimburse is 4th on the inside. Liberty Kitten follows in 5th by another 2. And then it's Sweet Ella, Atlantic Sunrise to the outside is next. And then it's Retail Sales, who's got about 8 lengths to make up, moving for the turn. And then Meeting Francis, Beauty and Light, and Amemieux. 47-2 was the half mile. Around the far turn they go, and it's Lupo's Way, Vow to Romance. These 2 head and head on the lead, and they're joined on the outside by Twinkling, who comes up to them 3 wide. And right behind them, Reimburse swings out 4 deep. Liberty Kitten comes 5 wide. And in behind that group is Sweet Ella, who's in contention, too. They're into the stretch. Reimburse on the outside. Twinkling between Lupo's Way down at the rail, and Liberty Kitten trying to come and get them. Reimburse is in front. Reimburse, Liberty Kitten finishing well into 2nd. Reimburse, Liberty Kitten. Reimburse wins it. Liberty Kitten 2nd, then a 3-way photo for 3rd among Lupo's Way, Sweet Ella, and Twinkling.
Number 2, Reimburse, a really nice performance and gives jockey Julian Leperoux his 2nd win today, owned by Gabe Grossberg and trained by Mark Cassie. Taking a short break. When we come back, we'll have race 7.
Our day begins early, preparing for the task ahead, focused on a single goal. Then it's showtime, ready to face another challenge. And while victory may be uncertain, you can always bet on us to be at our very best.
Welcome back. 7th race, 7.5 furlongs, maiden claimer. Fillies, 3-year-olds. Jockey change on the 8. Make the run at John Cruz.
They're off. Venezuelan Beauty came out of there well. Scarlett O'Mara from the inside with some early foot two, and then Artemisa and Toe Curls. These four out the best as they race for that first turn. And then it's High Barbarie, who came out running in fifth, right alongside of Balsamina as they make their way around that turn. On the far outside, Parting Shot is going up about 8 lengths off the lead. Runaway Scarlet's guided to the inside to save all the ground, and then comes Proud Lady. Like a Girl's been outrun early. And then moving on to the backstretch. And going at it up front here, Venezuelan Beauty on the inside with just a narrow lead over Artemisa, while Toe Curl stays with them. And these three are isolated after a 22 and 2 first quarter mile. They've opened up 5.5 lengths on the others. Scarlett O'Mara content to sit fourth for now, and Parting Shot goes with her on the outside. And then it's High Barbarie starting to lose a bit of ground. Runaway Scarlet's down at the rail, saving all the ground so far, moving for the far turn. Then Balsamina, Proud Lady, and getting a bit closer is Like a Girl from the back of the pack. 45 and 3, a solid half mile. Venezuelan Beauty on the inside, Artemisa right alongside, and Scarlett O'Mara is poised to pounce on the pace-setting pair right behind them. Sitting in third, coming to the top of the stretch, going to split those two now. They're into the stretch. It is Venezuelan Beauty. Scarlett O'Mara comes up after her now from the outside. Also gaining ground is Runaway Scarlett, who's just in behind the top two. It is still Venezuelan Beauty. Scarlett O'Mara yet to get by. Venezuelan Beauty keeps on going. Venezuelan Beauty holds off Scarlett O'Mara to win it. And then it was Runaway Scarlett on the outside, followed by a photo between Parting Shot and Like a Girl.
Number 4, Venezuelan Beauty. Really nice ride by jockey MCL Jaramillo to score and pay $8 even. Owned by Orleana Farm and trained by Bruno Desori. The 8th race, 7 furlongs. These are claimers, fillies, and mares, 4-year-olds and upward. 8 runners going to the post.
They're off. And it's Pekinisa who had the best beginning. Going out to the front with Twist and Bake. There goes Coco's Cat now from the outside. And from the rail, it's Pam Pam. Now Coco's Cat and Pam Pam have taken over. And Pekinisa's back running in third. Then Twist and Bake, Summer Valentine on the inside. Followed by Miss Visconti, Tartalita, and the trailer Valid Wildfire. Up the backstretch they go. And 2 of them go at it. Pam Pam and Coco's Cat. Locked in early battle here through a very slow opening quarter mile of 23 and 1/5 seconds. And then it's Pekinisa running in third, 3 lengths off of them, followed by Summer Valentine, who races at the rail alongside of Tartalita and Miss Visconti to the outside. Twist and Bake drops back. Valid Wildfire continues to race at the back. 3 furlongs to go. The half in 46 and 3/5 seconds, so it's quickened just a bit here. It is Pam Pam and Coco's Cat, and coming up to them is Pekinisa 3 wide. Behind the leaders, Tartalita and Miss Visconti is 5th. They're coming to the top of the stretch, and it's Pam Pam in front. Pam Pam off the turn. The leader now as Pekinisa takes second, and Coco's Cat drops back to third as they come into the final furlong. It's Pam Pam and Pekinisa. These two moving away from Coco's Cat. And then to the outside, a late run from Valid Wildfire from far behind, finishing well as they come down to the finish. It's going to be very tight, and right on the rail, Pam Pam held on over Pekinisa. Then an on-charging Valid Wildfire.
Number 1, Pam Pam, gets the photo and pays $8.20 to win. Owned by Nisha Patel, trained by Alan Mirage, and ridden to victory but today by apprentice John Cruz. Ninth race, 5.5 furlong maiden claiming event for 3-year-olds. We're going to have 10 runners in the field. The claiming price, $12,500.
They're off. Fast start for Gone Deep from the rail. So you think your Romeo's got speed too. Real Sugar on the outside goes up. And then it's Shape of My Heart on the far outside, followed by El Dude and Hail to Le Roi between horses. El Señor de los Cielos is next by another 2. And then it's Key West Dude, followed by Morinazo, and far behind is Thumbs Up. The field moving for the far turn where Real Sugar has moved away after a 22 and 2/4 opens up 2.5. Gone Deep is running in second midway on the far turn. Then it's El Dude, So You Think You're a Romeo, El Señor de los Cielos. On the far outside, Shape of My Heart is next. And then it's Hail to Loa, followed by Key West Dude on the inside. Thumbs Up and Morinazo, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. Real Sugar turning for home in front. Real Sugar coming down to the 8th pole with a 3-length lead here on Gone Deep. On the outside is So You Think You're a Romeo, who's closing in. Real Sugar trying to last. Gone Deep on the outside, So You Think You're a Romeo. Here comes Gone Deep now, and Gone Deep gets up in time. It's tight for second. So You Think You're a Romeo or Real Sugar. And then it was Key West Dude and El Señor de los Cielos.
Number 1, Gone Deep, closes to win and pays $7.80. Owned by Patriot Stable, trained by Tim Hills. Ridden to victory today by Elvis Trujillo. Tenth race, 1 mile and 1/16. These are maiden fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Scratch the 2, Light the Sky. Also note the jockey on the 7 is Corey Lannery.
They're off. Gauche is sent out of there. Privy Council on the inside goes with Gauche early on. These two into the first turn together. Opening up 2.5 lengths from the others. A Few Good Friends is third early on. And then comes My Saving Grace to the outside in fourth, and right behind them comes Gold Medalist. Break of another 4 lengths more back to La Canela and Try Your Luck as they race onto the backstretch where Gauche is giving a test early to Privy Council. And they went 22-3 for the first quarter mile. They're moving right along on the lead, and they are stride for stride. 4 lengths ahead of A Few Good Friends, running third by another 2.5. Then Gold Medalist, My Saving Grace on the outside, and 4 lengths more to La Canela alongside of Try Your Luck. So they continue up the backstretch. Gauche making Privy Council work early on here. They continue to duke it out through a 46 4/2 mile. 2 lengths ahead of A Few Good Friends, and then My Saving Grace to the outside. Gold Medalist is losing ground, dropping out of contention, and then comes La Canela and Try Your Luck. Privy Council shakes away from Gauche now. Privy Council 3/4 of a length, the new test, as A Few Good Friends ranges up alongside. And now these two a neck apart in Privy Council trying to put away A Few Good Friends. That's all for Gauche. And then comes My Saving Grace and La Canela, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. Privy Council still there after 3/4 in 1:12-1. Privy Council turning for home in front. Alongside is A Few Good Friends who won't go away, and they're well clear of the others. La Canela's third, and now as they come to the 16th pole, A Few Good Friends pokes ahead in front. Privy Council battles on. A Few Good Friends and Privy Council coming down to the line together. And then it was La Canela finishing third.
Number 6, A Few Good Friends, closes and just nails it on the wire and pays a very nice $24.60 to win. Owned by Cortland Farms, trained by Mark Hennig. Ridden to victory today by Joe Bravo. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the first half of the late daily double. That is race number 11.
They're off in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Mucho Macho Man has the lead close to home. Mucho Macho Man!
Welcome back for our 11th race in the first half of the late daily double. 7.5 furlongs, allowance optional claimer for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Scratch the 7, Wild Out Jazz. The jockey on the 9 is Luis Contreras. Also scratch 13, 14, and 15. Please note the 16, Terry's Big Heart, gets in and will run.
They're off. Soki is out for the lead. On the outside is Gentle Humor. These two with the most early speed. Sweet Corinna came out running in third right behind them as they race for that turn. And rushing up the rail now is Love's Illusion up into third position, and riding the rail into the turn to Sunka, now up into fourth. And then it's Share the Music, followed by Sweet Corinna, who's back in mid-pack now, just ahead of Mozambique Gold and Me Oh Me toward the inside. After that, it's Queen's Princess, is racing about 8 lengths off the lead at this stage. Kiteta next, and then Hold Me Down. And at the back of the field is Terry's Big Heart. 23 and 4 the first quarter mile up the backstretch for front-running Gentle Humor, who leads the way by a length and 3/4 over Soki, who's sitting second up the backstretch. Then Tusunka to the outside of Love's Illusion, and just to their outside comes Share the Music in 5th as they continue their run for the far turn. And then it's Sweet Corinna. They went 47 and 2 for a half mile. Queen's Princess is there on the outside and moving up in company with Mozambique Gold on the far turn. Kateta's also getting going with a wide run. Coming toward the top of the stretch, Gentle Humor under a drive to keep this lead. Soki draws up alongside, and Soki under a hand ride goes on by and takes over at the top of the stretch. And then it's Share the Music and Love's Illusion trying to finish on. Soki to catch, coming down to the 16th pole. Soki and Paco Lopez with a 2-length lead. Share the Music, and toward the inside, Love's Illusion, it is Soki to win it. Love's Illusion was second, close third, maybe Mozambique Gold in a photo with Share the Music.
Number 8, Suki wins it. Nice ride by Paco Lopez. Pays $8.80. Owned by Matthew Scherer and trained by George Weaver. The 12th and final race, 5 furlongs on the turf. Maiden claimers fillies, 3-year-olds. Scratch the 11, Glotona again.
They're off. Not a good start there for Lady Red Love. Off slowly. It is Blame the Cat who comes out running well. Julietta Q is away running in second to the outside. Farther out, Loud and Lovely is out in third. Then Talitha Coom in fourth. My Martina, fifth early on, just ahead of Tale of Presley moving for the far turn. And then it's Fend for Yourself. After the slow start, Lady Red Love has passed a couple. Daydream Believer and Beauty Gladys are at the back of the field as they make their way around the far turn. It's Blame the Cat in front through at 21 and 3/4. Blame the Cat's out there by 2. And then it's Talitha Coom in second. Julietta Q drops back up at third. Loud and Lovely circles up on the outside fourth. Then Tale of Presley getting going extreme outside. And My Martina, they're into the stretch. Blame the Cat, a furlong to go. Trying to hold off Talitha Coom. These two right together. Talitha Coom on the outside. Blame the Cat along the rail. Talitha Coom to the front. And Talitha Coom pulls away. Blame the Cat second. And then came Taylor Presley, followed by My Martina and Loud and Lovely.
Number 7, Talitha Coom wins the nightcap, pays $15.20, owned by Casey Seaman, trained by Brian Baker, and ridden to victory today by Eduardo Nunez. In the pick 5, 5 of 5, $14,172.50, 4 of 5, $72.60. In the Rainbow 6, lots of tickets, paid $13,382.24. The carryover going into Wednesday, $4,003,307. They nailed the super high 5. It paid $10,116.80. And that wraps up Sunday's action. Remember to come and join us again next week on Wednesday, first race post, 12:35, 11 races. Going to be a fun week. You going to be here?
Yes.
She'll be here, so will I. Good night, good luck.